Hi, and welcome to this edition of the SLAMCast. I'm Emma Reyes.
And I'm Jackson Curtis. Seven Lakes has always been known to have a strong computer science team. Recently, they had a competition at Taylor High School.
Our SLAMCast crew was there so we could all learn more about it.
Our computer science programming team recently took on 9 other schools at a competition hosted by Taylor High School.
In today's world, it's the computer programmers that write the code that makes just about everything work, including smartphones, kitchen appliances, video games, and even cars.
Our computer science students are getting a solid start on what might become a very high-paying career.
The Houston area is one of the most competitive in the United States for computer science. At this event alone, there were 4 high schools that had recently won state titles.
Our computer science team travels to competitions like this with the hopes of reaching the UIL state finals in May, which is held at the University of Texas, currently ranked 6th in the nation for computer science.
Our team of Miguel Obregon, Jacob Van Geffen, and Trace Brennan were our top finishers in the advanced division, placing 3rd out of 30 teams. We asked them to share a little bit about how the competition works.
The computer science contest has 2 different portions, the written contest and then the programming contest. The written contest is a 40-question, 45-minute multiple-choice test, which usually is over programming and computer science concepts. On a good day, you can get as high as a 240. On a bad day, a negative 80. The programming contest, on the other hand, is a 2-hour contest which consists of 12 to 24 problems in which you have to make a program in order to do some specified task.
Though coming in 3rd was a little disappointing today, Trace and I were both fortunate enough to make 1st on the written. I personally made a few silly mistakes, but this is our first competition of the year and we will get better as the year goes on.
Yeah, these competitions are very fun and rewarding, especially this one. Computer science itself is a great field to go into and everything, and if you're interested, you should come after school in room 1001 and talk to Mr. Stroud to see what it's all about.
Several Spartans placed well, earning medals and trophies, including Eric Yu, Kevin Yang, and David Yan. If you'd like to learn more about the exciting opportunities in the field of computer science, stop by room 1001 and speak with Mr. Stroud.
ASL, or American Sign Language, is one of the many language classes offered here at Seven Lakes.
SLAMCast put together a segment to show us what this class is all about.
When given the option of a foreign language credit, very few people think about American Sign Language as an option. However, we currently have over 100 students enrolled in ASL. These students range from ASL Level 1 to ASL Level 3. Each semester is divided into units, and each unit focuses on one topic. For example, animals, names, or places. In addition to students learning American Sign Language, they are exposed to deaf culture and customs. Students often visit the computer lab to record assignments and watch signed videos. I caught up with one of the ASL Club officers to get some questions answered. You're a Sign Language Club officer, right?
Yeah.
What position do you have?
I'm the president.
In Sign Language Club, what do you guys do?
Well, during the school year, we have lots of different activities. For example, we have silent dinners where we sign only. We have to voice off. We also have volunteer projects helping out the deaf community. And we have ASL National Honor Society.
I watched while some ASL students had a conversation and interpreted for each other.
Hey Kenzie, who's your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Ruth because she's really cute and sweet and really funny.
I feel the same way. I love her. I like how she's helping me become an interpreter and helping me find the right college.
Same here, but I'm sad because this is the last year with her before we graduate. Could you teach us a sign, please?
Yeah. In deaf culture, if a deaf person doesn't want to have to spell your name over and over again, they'll give you a sign name. So the sign name for our high school is like this. You start with an S, this is an L, and what you'll do is you go from the S out to the L.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Our fall sports have come to a close and our winter sports are in full swing.
Let's go to our sports anchor to see what she has to say.
Good morning, Spartans. I'm Emily, and this is your SportsCast. Wrestling has gotten off to a great start this season with diligent practice and hard work to take down future opponents. They had already competed in 2 matches when we went and visited their practice on Wednesday.
Hi, we're here with Malik Pickett to tell us about last week's match.
Last Thursday we had a duel where we wrestled 2 schools, Houston Davis and A&M Consolidated. We were a little rusty because it's been the first time we wrestled live as a team since February. And everybody did their jobs. We did what we were supposed to, and we came out with 2 big wins with wide margins. And our team captain, King Fong, he got his 100th win for his career.
So tell us what you guys are doing in this week's practice.
Well, this week's practice, we're working on scoring off of our stalled shots. Basically, that's when you come in and shoot, and he stuffs you. So basically, the method that we're working on is I shoot, I score, he shoots, I score. Basically, we're trying to score from all positions here.
So what matches are coming up?
Basically, our next home match is December 4th. I'm not exactly sure what teams, but come out and support the Seven Lakes wrestling team.
So what are your future goals for wrestling?
Last year I played 6 at state, and my goal this year is to be a state champion.
Thanks, Nadia. If you take a few steps outside of the wrestling room and look just across the hall, you'll find the competition gym, where the girls' basketball program is hard at work. Here are some clips from Tuesday night's tough battle against Kingwood. After leading 21-19 at the half, our girls couldn't quite hold off Kingwood. The final score was Kingwood 42, Seven Lakes 35. Just like the girls, our boys basketball team is jumping right into their season, and they're calling upon all of the Spartan crazies. Let's take a look. Our varsity boys opened the season with a 53-49 win over A-Leaf Hastings. The Spartans raced out to an 18-8 lead and never looked back. We were led by Jacob Ranta and Jake Terry with 18 and 12 points respectively.
Hey Seven Lakes, I'm Will Kramer. You know that guy who wears togas to all the Spartan Crazy games? You may be wondering, Will, what are the Spartan Crazies? Well, we're a group of Seven Lakes enthusiasts who love watching basketball. Our next game is Tuesday at 7 o'clock versus Travis High School. You know that team that's beat us twice in playoffs? Also, we have a dance-off at halftime. If you're interested in joining and think you got the moves, sign up with Coach Miller either Monday or Tuesday. Winner gets free mooyah, 1 meal a week for a month. Remember, Seven Lakes, Game, 7 o'clock, 7 Lakes. Find out who this guy is. Be there.
That's all for this week's sports. Back to you, Jackson and Emma.
You may have noticed some of the paintings or drawings found here in the main hallway at Seven Lakes.
These are some accomplished works of students past and present.
Let's see how this year's art students are doing.
Earlier this semester, several of our art students submitted their work to be judged at the 2013 Fort Bend County Fair. Seven Lakes had 7 students whose artwork went to auction. This was more than any other school in the county. Seven Lakes students won a class champion, reserve grand champion, and the top award of grand champion. Here are the students whose work went to auction and how much each piece brought. Joanna Levine, $1,200. Claudia Morales, $1,300. Nancy Yang, $1,500. Bernadette Sharba, $1,500. Shelby Troxel, $2,000. Kiana Asidafar, $4,000. And Roxalana Krivnos, $7,000. We sat down with Roxalana to speak with her about the competition, auction, and the role art plays in her life.
I've kind of always been interested in art. Ever since I was little, if you read one of my kindergarten journals, you know how they make you write every day like a sentence so you practice. One of the sentences that I would write all the time was, my favorite center is the art center, or this is what I colored today. Art's just always been kind of a part of my life. As long as I can remember, this is from when I was about 6 years old, one of my first acrylics. I brought it because people kept complaining that their skills weren't evolving overnight. So when people see my paintings and go, oh wow, that's amazing, it's because it's come from a lot of practice. When my painting was being auctioned off, I was first up on stage, and to be honest, the first thing I thought about was, how do I hold it? To the side, up above my head, to the other side, because on stage a couple minutes last a really long time, and you don't want your audience to get bored. Other than that, it was really, really exciting, and I was more excited than nervous. I had an idea that maybe it would go for a couple $1,000s, maybe 2, maybe 3, because that's what my teacher had told me had previous works had sold for in the past. But it sold for 2 or 3 times that. $7,000 is a crazy amount for somebody to pay for an artwork, and it makes me really feel good.
$7,750, on $7,075, you put on 75, you put on 75, you put on 75 anymore. $7,075, you done. $7,750, I have sold it to you. $7,000. Pamela Lobson, certified public accountant.
After high school, I hope to go into college for art and keep painting and be one of the not-so-starving artists out there, because that'd be really nice, and actually make a career out of my passion. I think the best part about painting is both at the beginning and at the end. The middle, not so much, because at the beginning you can start by completely covering a blank white canvas in anything you want, and it doesn't matter what's on there because you can cover it up. And at the end, you have the most accomplished feeling from finishing it, and if somebody really likes it and wants to buy it, it just makes you feel grand. It makes you feel great.
That concludes this edition of the SLAMcast.
You stay classy, Seven Lakes.